in many directions. The colonizing and the genocide of our Native brothers and sisters, the destruction of our Mother Earth, the rape and selling of Native women and girls, the trafficking and selling and commodification of indigenous women. I was thinking a lot of the word extraction. I'm absolutely obsessed with this word. The action of taking out something, especially using effort or force. Drilling down into the core of our mother's soul and raping her life force. Those hydraulic machines stretched out against the landscape, moving so forcefully up and down, back and forth, spewing toxicity and smoke, felt like mass rape. It was a landscape of mass rape. And why are we surprised then that there are man camps with girls in cages who are being used and abused if we're doing this exact same thing to our mother? They are the exact same motion, they are the exact same paradigm, they are the exact same idea. So everything around that stream fracking, to me, seems unregulated, insane, and reckless. And that is no different than people getting drunk and raping women, or people thinking they can just take women and do whatever they want to them. It's an oil grab, it's a free-for-all, it's a ravaging of land, of women and girls. Everything commodified, detached from its origins, everything for the buying, the fracking, the drilling, and the raping, and all strangely invisible, even though it's in plain sight. Young Native girls trafficked in man capes, sold and passed around as if they weren't even human beings. My visit to the Bakken oil fields was some kind of a turning point in my life, an understanding that if we did not stand with indigenous women, if we did not fight for lands, if we did not end the violence against both, there will be no future for any of us. So I'm here tonight to ask, how do we join the struggle for land, for Native women, to end the violence? How do women of privilege, white women, others outside the community, offer true solidarity? What would it look like, solidarity? Well, it begins with listening. Listening, really listening. Taking the time to listen, like you were talking about with women who you serve. Following the lead of our Native sisters. Shutting up and serving. I have just a line over my desk and all my team, and it just says shut up and serve. And I really mean it. It's just shut up and serve. You don't know the answers. You don't know what goes on in other people's communities, but what you can do is be there for them with love, with association, with whatever they need. Offering our willingness to care as much about their struggles as we do about our own. And maybe even being generous enough to let their struggles take the lead. What does solidarity look like? It's not about having answers or leading with strategies. It's about listening and presence and taking the lead from women who know exactly what they need. It's not about saving people, because nobody needs to be saved. And it's not about rescuing people. It's about learning, and it's about loving and following and doing what each of us can do as long as it's invited. I'm here to ask myself, and all day in this amazing discussion we had at lunch, and all of us, how do we be brave enough to look at the whole story, past and present, to understand that no Native girl is born longing to sell her body? That story was written a long time ago, in the occupation of indigenous bodies and land and culture, in the destruction of family ties, in the passing of girls like objects, in genocide and dislocation, in the continual story of enforced poverty, in raping and selling young indigenous and girls, in the perpetuation of staggering racism. Until we are each ready to tell and hear that story and unravel the tentacles of that story, we will still blame the victim. We will still treat each sold and raped girl as if she did something wrong, or it's her fault, or if it's some aberration, rather than the outcome of a plan, of a strategy, of a system programmed by the powerful, the cruel, and the greedy. So I'm here tonight to stand with Native women with my whole heart, to say the struggle to stop sex trafficking and rape and the selling of women's bodies in Minnesota, North Dakota, and all of North America is all of